like an open area?
What's that?
Is this like an open area?
Right there behind me.
All right, cool. This is the area that you could ride the quad around in.
Oh, I can, huh?
Well, no, I mean, this is get you more familiar with it. I mean, you get up and down hills, sand,
Yeah.
jogging in there.
Huh. All right, so we're chillaxing in this spot over here, and it looks like we got some company. Off-roaders with their Jeeps.
Coming out of nowhere. That guy came from over there.
I don't know what I can see with my GoPro, but Mike's gonna turn his on and check it out the scene.
Got some Jeeps that came in. Yeah. It's about, I think, what did we say, count like 8 Jeeps came in. They all parked in front of us, chillaxing in the shade. Having a good time, baby?
Absolutely.
All right. Here's my honey riding.
high school, we used to throw fucking killer parties out here on the weekends. Do they still do it?
Oh, you have leader party.
Holiday weekend.
Some other hills back behind us too that way. There's some more hills we go up and down. Well,
What you doing?
what do you think?
It's quite tippy.
It's quite tippy.
Well, you know, I got in that berm, and
Oh, yeah, I
if you
didn't go
don't
down
ride
in
it
that
just
one.
right, you fall right over. I mean, I don't know how deep it is, but
Yeah, I didn't go in that one. I just went up that hill.
listen to that guy.
It's got 2 pipes going out the back window.
You guys ever put one on the side going around those little berms?
Knocking on wood, not
I've
yet.
seen a 4-door one of these roll it all the way back down the hill.
Really?
And it was a rental.
Because he turned like that, and then he
The
rolled it.
dude was flying. Came from up here into the bowl, shot off, must have pinned it too tight, and just flipped it forward, and then it rolled right back down.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can be I mean, here is that these berms taking them too high and put them on their side, but I mean, other than some of those sandy spots are pretty deep.
Yeah.
And you can't see it. Yeah, I couldn't imagine me in an ORV rental.
My insurance would be expensive.
Go run around with these guys.
Yeah, run around with them.
I like tight trails.
I know.
I like tight, hammering 50 miles an hour down a tight trail.
Doesn't everybody?
Huh?
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, I like it. side of it. I don't know where we're at. We're on another. Oh, down there. Yeah, we're here. We're on the back side of it. Kill us. And I come at you live with Melissa's driving. This is what not to do. So Melissa knows more than I thought. Earlier on the ride, we were going and I told her to pull up next to me, and I told her from now on she's not allowed to do that, and she's like, well, I was wondering why you told me to do it. And then when we were driving people in Michigan, you give them the number includes the riders behind you. So I led all the time, and I gave them the 1 symbol, and Melissa gave them the what? The 0. And that's how we know it's clear for the oncoming traffic to go get crazy. I think it's a great thing. All right. So we've been in St. Helen for most of the day. Got a lot of nice people, but the trails here are very, very rough. So we're gonna ride a little longer, but we're not gonna video. We're just gonna hang out and do our thing, but we do love spending time together. Yes, she smiles. Yes, someone loves me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. What are you doing over there, Melissa?
Resting.
Are you exhausted?
I'm a little tuckered out. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
CFMOTO took care of you, did it?
Yeah, I had fun. It was a lot of fun.
We're on our way home. It's probably
So-
not the safest thing to be videotaping while I'm driving, right?
Well, yeah, don't
Hi.
get into it.
There.
So yeah, St. Helen, Michigan. It's good trails, sandy, so you gotta know, how do you drive through the sand? How did you adjust your driving today, honey?
I drove in it until I felt comfortable driving in it. It's different. It's different. You hit like these little, it was really thick sand, deep,
Yeah.
and you think that you got it.
Well, let me see. You're filming me, but you're the one
don't film
talking.
me,
Go ahead.
So you drive in it, and it's thick, especially
Yeah.
that one area that the sand play area or whatever that we went to. I'm sure that they have a name for it, but it was really thick, and so when you were going, especially if you're going around a berm, and you hit a soft spot, it felt like you were dipped down, like you might roll, but it would initially hit a hard spot, so it was maybe like a 2 or 3 inch different, in thickness, and it would kind of make me nervous. But after driving in it for 20-30 minutes, I got used to it, more confident. The quad was fun in it. The quad was easier, I think.
Oh, you think the quad was easier to ride in the sand?
Yeah.
Or drive in the sand?
Yeah.
Why is
I almost
that?
flipped the quad though, but just because I was playing around in the berm, driving up and down in it. Up.
Why do you think the quad was easier?
I don't know. I mean, because it's more weight to the ground, where the side-by-side's kind of like up in the air higher.
Oh, okay.
So the side-by-side's more up in the air, so when you go around a curve, if you lean the side-by-side leans, where the quad you can lean the opposite way, where in the side-by-side, when you're the driver and the berm is to the left and you're on the right and you're going around, you can't drive and like lean to your left. You can, but I don't know if it's going to do much different in the side-by-side. So
Okay. All right.
I think it's more about the stability in the sand. Could be wrong. I don't know, but that's the way it felt when I rode it.
Right.
But it was fun.
I didn't try to drive the quad in the sand. I'm still a beginner, and I felt more comfortable with the side-by-side. Didn't have too much issues or concerns about driving, except when it was really dippy. Is that the right word for it? It was
Choppy.
like choppy. Like I didn't mind it.
We went that road that takes you from where the 2 or the 3 riding areas, where there's a trail that takes you to the gas station little / superstore, or not superstore, but like a little grocery store and a gas station.
Right.
And that was like, you went up, went down, went up, went down, went down. I mean,
Yeah.
If you would have been in the quad, it felt like you were like doing whoop-de-whoops.
Yeah,
But
so I didn't like that very much.
I didn't like it at all.
I didn't mind the choppy, the ones that you could kind of go 35 over.
Yeah, we definitely realized that if you drive slow over the choppy stuff, it really kicks your butt.
Yeah.
And so we found that happy medium, what was it, like 35, 40?
Yeah.
That you kind of just like went over them. I mean, you could feel them a little bit, but that was about it. And then
But you couldn't do that with those big ones. Those big.
Oh, the big ones, you just had to go slow.
Yeah, those were. And it almost was like, I felt like I was in a boat being tossed around in waves.
Right. Exactly what it felt like.
So I didn't like that,
But we did find a trail that was by a clear cut where they were doing some forestry work, and that road was pretty smooth. So we were able to, probably a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile length, and it was pretty wide too, so it wasn't like we had the fear of going fast with another side-by-side or something coming towards us, because I'm not saying that all riders do it, but in Michigan and in most states, when you're riding trails, you're supposed to stay to the right at all times, and you should never pull up to somebody on the left-hand side to talk to them, because you could always have a rider coming towards you that's following the rules, and it would be head-on collision. So we found an area that you could get on it, and it was nice, because all day long we couldn't really ride very aggressive because of the condition of the trails. And that was nice, because that was right before we found that trail, like about an hour or so before we left.
Yeah. So you mean get on it like you were able to go fast
To see what the CFMOTO had.
Fast.
That ZForce has a RJWC exhaust. It has a Main Street Cycle clutch kit. and it has a Main Street Cycle tune, and I'm just gonna be frank, that thing is badass. Beep beep beep. But,
yeah, bleep 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 out that.
It is gnarly. It is not. I mean, the clutching worked great through hard surfaces, sand. I mean, of course, we have to be mindful of keeping or what gear we have in it. You know, you will burn a belt out. I mean, we just before this video that we'll probably be posting within a day or so. Before this video, we did a clutch. Like, I cleaned my clutch, I took it all apart, showed people that there was no damage to it, blah blah blah. I still got some grief about that. People are like, "Oh," but it is what it is. There ain't no damage to it. But I cleaned it all, put a new belt in it. I did do about 50 miles in about 4 or 5 days of just you and I doing country cruising, blah 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 blah, and that broke in the belt. Today we went through sand, went through hard surface, went through plenty of different obstacles. Had to put it in high, had to put it in low. You know, and again, we didn't smoke a belt. I never felt the belt slip. It was nice engagement. It was a good time. We didn't have to worry about the belt or the machine breaking. Yeah.
Is it now? I know at the beginning, when I was driving the side-by-side, you had me put it in an all-wheel drive, so
4-wheel drive, yeah.
Or 4-wheel drive, yeah. So we pretty much kept it in 4-wheel drive the whole day.
Yeah, we could have rode it in 2-wheel drive, but because of the thickness of the sand, and I wanted to be able to steer easier with getting traction with the front wheels, and I actually seen people driving in 2-wheel drive, and I seen people getting stuck in the sand all day and then putting it in 4-wheel drive. I just didn't want to deal with that maintenance part of blowing a belt, glazing a belt, because I wasn't doing everything I could to get good traction and not heating my belt up because I was spinning a lot. So
okay.
And also, like you not being a very experienced, right? You did great.
I'm
today.
a beginner.
Yeah, but no, you did great today. There's a lot said when you're driving in deep sand like this, and you're wanting to do it to kick that rear end around, and that's difficult. I mean, it's like driving on snow. You kick the rear end around on snow, and you can easily lose control of your car. That's why we put them in 4-wheel drive. And so
same concept here.
Yeah, it's kind of the same concept. You give it gas and you steer out of the possible spin around or whatever. And I don't want to roll or anything, so.
No, I didn't feel like I was getting stuck at all.
Nope.
Driving today, so I think that was comfortable for me.
The tires are a key thing. Like.
Oh, okay.
On the quad.
Why are the tires?
On the quad, we have the Sun F. It's like an off-brand, but they're basically the same tire as a Bighorn. They worked very well in the sand today. They got a pretty deep lug in it. And, the MAXXIS Rampages that I have on the side-by-side have around 2,000, or we almost broke 2,000 today. But have around 15 or maybe 1,600 miles on them, because it was after the first oil change, so maybe 1,600 miles, and they have some road miles on them as well, because we drive from the city to the country, drive back roads when we're at home, but they probably got a half a life on them, and they performed really well. I was really shocked. So I'm ready to go to Silver Lake.
Silver Lake in Michigan?
Yeah, I'd like to go to Silver Lake, try that sand out.
Is that sandier than?
Well, that one area that we were in, I think it's probably pretty close to what that area is, but way bigger. I mean,
okay.
Silver Lake's a whole area like that. That was just a couple, probably like 10 or 15 acres. I believe Silver Lake is much bigger. Probably not do it this year though. I mean, we have a lot of riding to do locally without making that. Well, maybe next year when we buy new tires, we'll get some paddle tires or something for the sandier stuff. But there's nothing wrong with buying, like, going places and putting a certain set of tires on for that type of running. I mean, today if we
For
had
that environment? Or
yeah, like today if we would have had paddles on, we would have probably got a lot more traction than what we had today. But anyways, I had a great time. A little sore.
Yeah, I know, right? Getting tossed around a little bit.
My dentist says like, you've been grinding your teeth? No, they've been chattering.
Oh, and then we had dinner at the Angry Oven.
Oh, that was
just a
phenomenal.
shout out for that restaurant there in
man,
St. Helen. It was pulled pork sandwich on a what is it called? Ciabatta bread or something? Ciabatta bun.
All I know is it went in my belly and it was tasted very good.
Yes, it was phenomenal.
Homemade coleslaw. I'm not not a coleslaw guy, but it was homemade and it was good.
Yeah.
You said their baked beans tasted good too.
I thought their baked beans were very good.
I like them.
So we're wrapped it up with the dinner, and now we're on the highway, heading home. And it's my nap time. So
Peace out.
Peace out.